People haven't seen Force do anything, so they don't think it can, and they just whatever it, and then you get roached.
That's really hurting Naya Senpai. Alright, we got catch for Symphonus, and it looks like the Forest Craft deck is not going to rear its ugly head, as Aya would describe it. But it's going to be Dragon vs. Shadow. This is a classic Tempest of the Gods matchup. Bunch of Wrath Drakes in there. Good addition to the deck. But what the heck is that shiny card? That looks so awesome. What is that, Aya?
That is Dragon Summoner. Dragon Summoner is a two-play. Yeah, it's a two-play point card. It's a 1/2 that when it is played, has a fanfare effect of add a random Dragon Crab follower from your deck to your hand.
Hear the dragons roar.
As he's going.
And there it is.
Yep. All right. So this is like what dreams are made of if you're Symphonus, okay? Like, because he's got the Prince Catacomb. I mean, he just basically gave him 2 more bodies for the Prince Catacomb. This is gonna feel awful. Like,
oh god, the value, yes. Value.
Oh my goodness, man. Dude, are we back in Tempest of the Gods? Because that's what just happened.
Feels like we're back in Tempest of the Gods, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Wrath Drake will be able to clear this lot of them out. Because when it comes into play, it does 1 damage to all followers, and it has an enhanced effect of 8. Deal 3 damage to all followers instead. But he's going to go ahead and evolve. He's going to evolve this Wrath Drake to trade into one of the skeletons, possibly to avoid the same thing that just happened to him the turn before.
It's a very interesting board state, actually, because... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, Electric Corpse being preset there made all Wrath Drake effects bad. But now he's able to just cast it again, so... Wow.
He is able to cast it again, and even in that particular case, he doesn't even have to evo the second time. So, yeah, so he could opt to do that. He could also opt to Breath, but I don't think Breath of the Salamander is very good here. So he's opting to Sybil.
I actually like the Sybil better.
That's fine too. That's a completely fine line of play, because the next turn his Wrath Drake will actually be able to. I don't know about evoing it though.
Well, no, Sybil. So Wrath Drake would have killed two 1/1s, effectively gaining you 2 life, right? The Sybil evolve here heals you for 3, and if you evolve, you remove 1 off the board, so you effectively gain 4. So.
I don't know, like. I mean, I get that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know about that Evo.
You're tossing a whole Cerberus in that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, okay, we just got weird plays all.
Wow, an aggressive use of Coco even.
That was, yeah, that was cool. So, and he's just gonna jam another one. I don't even blame him.
Yeah. I like it.
But yeah, I'm still a bit iffy on the line. But you know what? Whatever. We're past it. We got Immortal Thing, so he can definitely evoke the thing to take out the Sybil.
An Istafil is available this turn. It would take 6 on the backswing from Thane, but it would kill the whites on the swing, so... Wrath Drake is probably just better. Yeah, Wrath Drake's better.
Wrath Drake is also better because of the fact that, you know, he has to always be concerned about Ektar, especially since he doesn't have any Bahamut's in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Ektar is always a consideration.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, he's like your priority consideration. Just
yeah, he's the win condition. So
yeah,
this turn's kind of weird. It's like it happens sometimes with mid-range Shadow. They just have so many good plays, like so many cards that are good against the current board. It's sometimes difficult. You know, like oh man, how do I use up all this value? Right? Like he's gonna go for he's gonna play into a board wipe here actually.
Well, if he uses the Israfil to... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have to do that. He has the Breath of Salamander. Never mind. Okay, so... I actually didn't see the Breath of the Salamander, so I was like, never mind. Okay, he has that. All right.
Well,
So-
I mean, even assuming Breath or Conflagration or even I don't know, Bahamut were available, all of those things played directly into that line. Played directly into all of those things. So
But why?
even a Wrath Drake, even a third Wrath Drake would have actually been kind of an issue.
Don't let the light blind you.
Now, this is one of those times where Catch is probably like, man, can I draw a Blazing Breath, bro? Oh, well, actually,
There we go.
that's probably not what he wants to play right now,
No.
because he will be giving his opponent the 4/4 from the Attendant, which always feels bad. Not only that, but Ektar will just be like, yeah, nice Bahamut, bro, and just run all over that. So this is a very interesting scenario here.
I almost think you can just jam Lucifer here, actually.
Jam Lucifer and leave up Odile. That, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
She would
Yeah,
smack you
that
for
feels
10 though with Ether in hand. No, he would just
Yeah.
kill you. Never mind.
Yeah, so don't really think you
Well,
want
not
to
kill
do
you, but
that.
it would be very close. I mean, honestly, what else do you do? I think you have Israfil as an option. Oh, this feels so bad.
It does feel bad. It feels really bad. And I don't think he's going to find an opportunity here, especially now, to play the Polyphonic Roar. I think that card's pretty much just in hand for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you're gonna see an instant Ether coming down. You
I mean,
could
can you
forego
blame him?
face damage and save one of your zombos if you use that Lich. Because right now, all 3 zombos have to be thrown in. I think he's gonna very quickly just throw all 3 in. Yeah, he's gonna throw all 3 in. Okay.
Sorrow is
I love that, Zombos.
Zombos, yeah.
And
I'll
he
use
plays
the
the
Lich
Lurching
over 2
Corpse to
zombos.
Yeah, and he plays the Lurching Corpse to actually protect himself
From the
against
Bahamut, yeah, exactly.
So this is a rough call here. Like, do you just Saha Lucy? Do you play the Bahamut anyway? Do you play the... Or well, actually what he could do is he could play the Dragoon Scyther and run that into the Lurching Corpse, then play Saha Lucy?
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad line whatsoever. It uses up a lot of cards, but you heal for 4 and you've got Bahamut as the backup, so I think that's really good, actually.
And that's exactly what he does. So,
Fighting is so cruel.
yeah, this is... Yeah, Lucy will take out the Ektar, and then you'll just, heal for 4, and then retreat. Now, let's see. That was a good draw.
Well, I mean,
That
he already
was
had the Skull Beast into the zombie party, so
Well,
it's gonna be good
it's
next
a
turn when
draw.
it can deal with Bahamut. Yeah.
That's... Yes. Like...
Yeah. Grimner!
Ooh,
My
Grimnir!
man.
I
Got him.
think this is the easiest Grimnir in the world. Like,
This is a pretty
I
easy
think-
Grimner jam. Yeah.
yeah. You Grimnir and don't look back. Just do it.
Come on and
Come on,
slam.
catch.
Welcome to the jam.
You can
Get that
catch this,
Grimnir.
man. Alright, so for everyone who doesn't know, Grimnir's effect is... It has Ward, but it has Enhanced 10. Deal 1 damage to all enemy followers 4 times. So... That used to be a little different, though.
It used to do face damage, yeah.
Yeah. It used to make you, really hate fighting dragon. I mean, people probably
This is
still hate
actually going to
fighting
give him a chance to, if he's not scared of Ether, Zeus is a card. I think, yeah, the Bahamut gem is pretty good here.
Yeah. This is an easy Bahamut. Then now, the thing is, what he's actually effectively done is opened up being able to play Polyphonic Roar.
Yep. Actually, yes.
See, yeah, he can play Polyphonic Roar the next turn, like, right on his
He could also
next
just play Zeus. Like, he literally could just play Zeus or Lucifer.
He could do that, too. Honestly, I would rather just play the card that... Dragon Wings? This man came
Dragon
back with
Wings.
some tech!
Dragon Wings!
Dragon
Oh my
Wings!
god.
Uh-oh.
I bet most players can't even tell you what Dragon Wings does. Can you tell us what Dragon Wings does, Aya?
Yes. So what Dragon Wings does is it deals 1 damage to all followers. So it's not a card you see very often, but when you see it, we get to have reactions such as Dragon Wings.
Dragon Wings.
We get to have those types of reactions when we see that card. Yeah,
That's Zeus coming down.
Big Papa Zeus. So, and he opts to trade. I guess that's fine. That Lurching Corpse is doing some total of nothing. And yeah, this is. I mean,
It's not quite lethal. It's
No,
lethal,
not lethal.
If Dragon Oracle finds he has what is her name? The he's not gonna be able to do it now because he didn't look for it, but the enhanced one that has Storm, he could have found that. No, he would have found Sybil. Never mind. Actually, I forgot her name.
That's game. So for Lucifer, at the end of your turn, and Lucifer is one of the only cards that has a completely different effect when it's evolved.
He's so cool, dude. I wish they would make so many more cards like him. He's really interesting.
At the end of your turn, you heal 4, and then when you evo it, at the end of the turn, you deal 4 damage to your opponent. So that's really sweet. So
he's also the only card that gains more attack than defense when evolving. He gains +3/+1 instead of +2/+2.
Yep. So, okay. So this is my plea. Please make more Lucifer-like cards. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Those cards are cool.
Please, like they're really awesome. So more Lucifer-like cards, please.
More Lucifers. Well, we do have Prince of Darkness, who is technically the same character, but you know.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You know.
We also have Lord of Flies. The Lord of Flies is also technically the same character.
So.
But that's going into lore that's not related to Shadowverse. So.
Yes, it is not related to Shadowverse. That's okay though.
Spawn of the Abyss in hand is not good. No bueno.
Well, this is actually actually catches mid-blood list. So
yep.
This list aims to use stuff like aims to use cards like Spawn of the Abyss to end the game. It's using Bandersnatch to put it into play from the deck and just to set up crazy lethals. Using that and pretty much, I guess, whatever else he feels necessary. Previously, he was running Soul Dominator as another alternative way to win the game. So,
Catch actually offered Symphonus the chance to trade the Lurching Corpse into Grimner and just kill Grimner for free, but Symphonus decided instead to use a removal spell, keep the Lurching Corpse around, and now evolve the Lurching Corpse. He is going in with this corpse.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lurching Corpse is one of those cards you just avoid killing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you try to avoid killing, but eventually you have to kill it. Yeah, eventually you have to. So.
He's holding double Diabolic Drain, though, so it's not like... The pressure from this Lurching Corpse is actually kind of a moot point. It's just going to get healed back up from the Diabolic Drain. And even Scarlet Zebor, too. It's a lot of healing.
Oh, and just as a little bit of information about Symphonus. So Symphonus is actually not on camera because he's in the middle of traveling in Vietnam. He is literally playing Shadowverse on the road. Go ahead, brother. Get your game.
That doesn't sound very safe. I don't know if I condone that, Symphonus.
Well, I'm not saying he's driving while playing Shadowverse.
If he's driving, that's not safe. Whoa! Bane usage on Lurching Corpse, even. To get it off the board. Interesting.
Wow.
Necroassassin kind of getting wasted there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing there. And okay. So this man playing on the road, he's like, man, I need my card games, bro.
I mean, he's playing for $16,000, right? Like, I think, as long as he's not driving, I think this is probably worth it for him.
Is it okay if he's, like, playing upside down? Like, while driving? Wow. I mean, that's probably more unsafe.
Anything adding more danger is not good.
Hey, I don't know, man. The guy could just be like.
Catch
I
has
like
the
living
option to
dangerous.
play Spawn next turn, but Spawn is not the powerhouse that it used to be. It's not going to actually, you know, do too much. Well, his opponent's still at 20, so.
Well, Spawn will be able to do on its own. It'll be able to do 13 damage. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to deal any damage like outside of that. And this is actually kind of one of the.
Ooh,
man.
oh, Death Breath could have been an option. He's gonna save it though.
Death Breath could have been an option. I think that yeah, he's gonna play the Spawn here. There's no reason not to.
Spawn Jam instant.
Yeah, he's probably hoping to draw another Spawn, like for sure. Okay, those are getting immediately axed.
Those are gonna get revelated very fast, probably.
Well, he has a Hungering Horde, so he could do that too. Like.
Oh yeah, true. Never mind. You're right. They all share the same name.
Yup, Hungering Horde.
Got him.
Man. Starving. This man's got Bloody Mary in his deck. I love you, Catch. Bloody Mary is my favorite card in Shadowverse. So, like, thank you so much, Catch.
What a tame attack compared to old Spawn that would have hit him for 16 right there. Like, jeez.
Like, Bloody Mary though. I need to
I think he's considering the Mask of Black Death here. That's very interesting.
Well, at the least he doesn't have to worry about getting kaleidoscopic glowed.
True.
Like it happened
He
last
doesn't
time.
about that.
That was a disaster. Okay.
And this ether damage that's going face is going to get mitigated quite hard, although an Evolve will just pop the mask immediately.
Yeah, but he will take 3. But, I mean...
Grimnir!
Yeah, so he's gonna Grimnir, probably end up evoing this Grimnir. I mean, I think it's a definite that he's gonna evo this Grimnir. Oh, he's not gonna evo
Wow.
the Grimnir? Wow!
I think he may actually be setting up the board, just getting rid of the first part of the attendant, setting up the board for Revelation, I think.
But isn't he just dead here? So,
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, I'm
that's
saying
13
like that
damage.
was probably his plan, but
Dead with an
Symphonus had a
evo
different
cantrip.
plan.
Yeah, he had the "I'm going to kill you now" plan. You know
Yeah,
what makes you
unfortunately.
feel bad? You know what makes you feel bad in Shadowverse when your opponent does that 7 or more damage and the screen shakes when you get hit, and you.
I thought
know
it was
you're
going to
dead?
be that knowing that the Bloody Mary could have been a useful card instead of Bloody Mary.
Well, right. Well, there's that too. There's that too. Like much like
Yeah.
Idius likes Zenitra, I love Bloody Mary, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it just isn't there. It's just not there.
Not
So
always.
both players are 1-1.
True. True.
All right. So
Forest time.
Time for me to prove myself.
Alright, Aya, you've seen this matchup twice today. You've seen the 100% win rate for Forest. What do you think is going to happen?
I like how I'm being put on blast.
What do you think is going to happen using information you know already? It's a word
on
puzzle.
blast. Well, obviously, this matchup is definitely favored towards Forest. And it makes me so sad inside. But,
Wow.
not just inside. It makes me sad on the outside. It makes me
Hungry
sad
Horde.
everywhere.
Unfortunately for
yeah.
fairies, they all share the same name. Since they're tokens, they're all fairies, so.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's literally no reason for Symphonus to play anything here. Like, he just
Right, yeah,
set a pass.
exactly.
But there is one bit of a, I guess, thing here. It's that he doesn't have Roach. I mean, he I guess technically has one with Athena. And that,
Wow,
he's
Big
playing this.
Knuckle Bodyguard run out.
Okay, so he's just wasting value here.
Powerful, and cute to boot.
It's true.
So Big Knuckle Bodyguard usually kills something when it comes in, but since there was nothing in play, he opted to play it. Now, just as a little bit of a heads up, if he was going to run this, do you think that pre-evoing would have been better? Because I do. Like, if he was going to just do that play, I would have probably just pre-evoed.
Yes. Knowing Roach combo, you know they're going to play. They want to play Fina. They want to play Elven Princess Mage. So I think evolving into the 5/6 would have been much stronger than that play. Yeah. Especially since you went second. You went second. You have more evolves anyway. So.
Is that a Savage Hunt in his hand? I can't tell, but that looks like a Savage Hunt.
Yeah, I think that's a Savage Hunt. Yeah.
Because we see that card a lot. We don't ever. So for anyone who doesn't
I can't even
know
tell you what it does.
I can actually, because I'm very familiar with the card. But what Savage Hunt does is a 5 play point spell that destroys an enemy follower, and then if you are in Vengeance, it draws you a card.
That sounds very average. Bandersnatch evolve, even though it already had Russian, could have traded.
Running away is okay.
I think he just wanted to keep something in play.
Right.
I don't know if that's wise though. Seems a little odd, but I mean,
It won't be
sure.
long now.
I do think Sylvan Justice will be played, and then one of these was zero cost fairies. No, he'll actually probably keep the 0 cost fairy, and just let his hand be a bunch of fairies. Oh, he does run one out. Okay.
Alright, so Brewer coming down. He's going to Evo into this for sure. Against Roach, you definitely want to try to keep your life total as high as possible.
Magic.
It can be super difficult, though. And he does essentially have 2 Roaches in hand right now, because he has the Goblin Mage, he has the 0 cost Goblin Mage, along with the Roach. So Goblin Mage will guaranteed pull the Roach, and he will have, because Roach is the only 2 drop in his deck. So, yeah.
Catch also isn't going to be playing Spawn this turn. He can play Bandersnatch, but Beauty and the Beast can just be slapped down.
Yeah, I was wondering why he actually hadn't played Beauty and the Beast yet. The thing about these slower blood lists, oh, well, he can play it now for sure. He just got into Looking Glass. So
Looking Glass into Beauty.
That feels awful. When you're a blood player and this happens to you, you just...
Well, realistically, he can get rid of this. Like, he can fight this. It's gonna suck, though.
He can fight it, but you're talking a lot of resources wasted here. Like...
Looks like just the Spawn.
Wait, is he really
So it still evolves for... Yeah, it still evolves for full stats.
I was about to say, like, man, don't tell me he's just gonna be crazy. And just leave it there. Like, oh, don't do that, bro.
No, Spawn gets full stats on Evolve. Because of course it does.
Right. Because of course it does. Right.
He has an Angelic Snipe, which is kind of interesting. It adds roach damage. I think next turn he can just... does he need one more Natures? Wow, it pulled another Spawn. It doesn't have Rush though.
No,
There's Savage Hunt.
Savage Hunt, man! Like,
Execution.
Yeah. Except it doesn't get rid of amulets, but that's just sad.
That Grimner is actually humongously big deal. It stops.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
It literally stops him from dying this turn.
And it also puts Symphonus in a weird spot. His entire game plan this whole time was to run out his value cards, force removal out of Catch, and distract him while filling his hand with Roach combo cards, which are all now very useless looking at a Grimner. So.
Yeah. And not to mention, Catch has a bunch of wards in hand right now. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's also just got lethal.
Yeah.
If he's able to attack face with the Spawn, he can just Razor Claw after. So.
Yeah.
I mean, so
he actually
got
defensive Roach has to happen this turn, or he's dead. Yep, I think he knows that too. Literally on board, just dead.
And much to our yes! Yes, thank you. Good job,
You're
Catch.
strong.
Good job, man.
6
Good
plus
job.
5 plus 3 is enough
Dead.
to kill my opponent. E.
Down falls Symphonus, and he came really close. He had a huge Roach combo lined up. Of course, he played Crystalia Arid without the Enhance effect, and that lost him the Evolution Orb, which could have just lost him that match, right? I mean, this is one of the difficulties maybe for some of the middle tier